All right, let's keep talking football, but let's move to another story. And Cedric, this falls under our In Case You Missed It segment. And some people might have missed. There's football being played, but you didn't miss it, Cedric.
I did not miss it. The Alliance of American Football, it's a minor league football league, 8 teams. Places like San Diego, San Antonio, Orlando have teams. And there's some old school coaches in this league. Dennis Erickson, Steve Spurrier, Rick Neuheisel. And I didn't watch a lot of the games on the opening weekend. I caught a little bit of them, but I did read that it was the Saturday night. They drew 3.25 million viewers in America, and they outdrew the Oklahoma City Houston Rockets NBA game, which featured 3 MVP candidates in James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and PG-13. So to me, America just showed you we're all about football, any football, not the NFL, not college, but the Alliance of American Football. Yeah. So they are viable. I watched a little bit. The quality of play is not horrible. It's something to pass the time, to get us through February and March and get us to March Madness where things start to pick up for sports writers. So I was really intrigued by it, and I'm actually going to go to San Antonio in the next few weeks to catch one of these games.
Well, I'll be curious to see what you have to say about that, because, Cedric, I think it is interesting how you've got the AAF piggybacking on the NFL right now. You've got the XFL getting ready to launch. All of us around here know about that, as Bob Stoops announced as the first head coach general manager for the Dallas franchise. So it seems like there are people out there with money who are saying, hey, if I'm going to do a sports league, it might as well be football. And that's really interesting. It's going to be, I'll be curious, Cedric, to see how the ratings look in a few weeks. Do you think people will keep watching after that initial curiosity? Isn't that the biggest question about the AAF or any football league out there?
That's a great question, because the XFL started out on fire, and then those ratings just kind of went boop, 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 boop. Yeah. 27,000 people showed up at the Alamo Dome to watch that football game on Saturday night. So the attendance figures were pretty promising. A new thing always gets a little bit of buzz early. We'll see if there's that sustainability that's going to keep it going. Will the quality of play improve as we go on? Yeah. I think that it will. I saw some hungry football players looking to get some notice. It's a great audition for training camp. So these guys are going to end this season, and they're going to be in pretty good shape. And a lot of them are going to get some calls to training camps. There are players like Garrett Gilbert, who used to play at the University of Texas and SMU, played for the Carolina Panthers and the Patriots. Nick Folk, the longtime kicker of the Cowboys, is in the league. DeMontre Moore, the former Texas A&M defensive end, who played for the Giants, is in the league. So there are guys that we recognize that are still relatively young that might get a chance to show their wares on the next level, and this is a good audition spot for them.
Yeah, it is interesting. I've got a quick In Case You Missed It story that I looked at this week and really warmed my heart, frankly. Herm Edwards, the former NFL coach who's now at Arizona State, lots of people questioned his hiring a year ago or so, but I've become a Herm Edwards fan because said he gets it. He allows his players and his assistants to talk to the media. He allows a lot of access, more than I think you or I are used to, and the college football teams we cover. And lo and behold, people find really nice, good, uplifting stories to tell. And you know what? Their program they're not seeing a lot of negative stories. They're seeing stories about the people. And frankly, Cedric, I think this is something all college coaches, any sport, could probably take a lesson from, to say, hey, it's okay. You can allow these guys to talk to the media. It's not going to mean a bunch of negative stories. It may actually get their stories out, and it prepares them potentially for the NFL when the access is even more with the media, and coaches gets their names out there. They can share their stories, and who knows, that might lead to an even better job down the road. This was a story that I loved, I think Arizona Central was the one, azcentral.com, that put that out there. I thought it was great, and I hope maybe others will read it, but I'm not holding my breath either, Cedric. I mean, come on, we know that these coaches are pretty limiting out there.
Yeah, and I think his years at ESPN showed him that access is important, that there are good stories to be told out there. Allowing freshmen to talk to the media, man, you covered Bob Stoops, Mike Gundy. I covered Mack Brown, Tom Herman. We don't get to talk to freshmen. That's not happening until they play in a game. And so I kudos to Herm Edwards. I hope he never changes. I hope he coaches in Arizona for the remainder of his days. We love him as sports writers.